Hello, everybody. This is Noah and John, and we are from UrbanDigs, and it is Monday. So you're going to get your Brooklyn weekly market update. John, let's start with Brooklyn supply. There's not much of it, 2385. Show me that chart.
Yeah, that's actually an uptick, Noah, 2% from the prior week. But I tell you, you are absolutely right. Supply right now in Brooklyn is at lows. I mean, it's at lows that that are on par with like where we were in pandemic 2020. It's becoming an issue.
It's becoming an issue. I think that's what the theme of today needs to be, is that this listing season is not, I don't know what it is. Either too much stuff is going off market or too much stuff is going in contract, but that supply number is not going where we thought it would go. That's what I'm saying. So let's go over to pending sales. Maybe there's some information there. 32.8, that keeps grinding up. We did have a regen of the data, Johnny. Show me that updated chart.
Yeah, we did regenerate our data, but still that number is up. We are up almost 4% from the prior week. And, we're seeing these week over week increases in pending sales simply because there's a lot of deals happening. But again, you look back at that supply and it's happening on a dwindling pool of supply. No, if we said it's becoming an issue, it already is an issue. And I think we're going to see that certainly as we get into the weeklies.
Yeah, and if I'm a buyer out there, I'm probably saying, "What are you guys talking about? Becoming." It definitely feels like very, very tight out here, and that's what the data is showing. And I mean, it is what it is until the data changes. Like you said, let's go to those weeklies, see if they have any clues for us. I mean, this is not what I want to see here, John. Supply 208, that's down 9%. Show me that chart.
I mean, exactly. I mean, in a nutshell, that's it right there. Supply for the week in Brooklyn was only 208 units, down 9% from the week before. I mean, I don't know what you can do with that if you're a buyer. You're certainly most of those are probably spread out across the price point. So if there's one thing in particular you're looking for, you're just not finding it at this point in Brooklyn.
Yeah, and coming in right near that number is contract signed at 179. Even though that's down, again, you see it's right below what that supply number is. If most of that number is being absorbed in contract signed, there's no net gain right there. Show me that contract signed chart, Johnny.
Yeah, you're exactly right. So contract signed is, I mean, it's down on a week-to-week basis, but it's still at an elevated level. And I can only assume that as this market starts picking up into the busy season, that contract signed is probably going to pick up. But again, you're running on fumes here. This is, if you put this in perspective, Noah, this is an absolutely fantastic time to list a Brooklyn property. So the supply is needed, and looking at contract signed is absolutely wanted by the buyers.
And not only that, if you're a seller, this is a good price discovery market. If you're a seller and you're sitting there and you find yourself on the market for 3-4 months and you can't sell and you're wondering, oh my God, there's no inventory, there's tons of demand, why am I selling? Maybe your price is incorrect. So, I mean, it's a good price discovery market. We know where the bid is, and there's a lot of deals happening there. Let's go take a look at price action in Brooklyn. And I mean, we talked a lot about the fact that we are in a rising price action market right now in Manhattan and Brooklyn, mainly buoyed by the luxury sector. The luxury sector is really driving everything right now. So don't be surprised to see a pop in the prices. So we wanted to break it down, see what the luxury sector is doing on its own, see what the lower end is doing on its own, see how the overall is doing right here, Johnny. So this is what we did. What do you see?
Well, so this is based on contract signed, though, because we like to kind of get it, as the market progresses using that contract signed data. And again, this is resale condo price per square foot, which is we feel is the best indicator for price action. But when you look at these, that dotted line is overall Brooklyn. And that's when we talked about rising prices in Brooklyn. That's usually what we're referencing. It seems like it's broken out of that channel. That's the channel we're referring to, is that sort of trend line. When you break it down into the prices, right? Look at those luxury ones, the green and the yellow. That's the over 2 million or over 1 million, over 2 million. These lines, they are on an uptrend. And the red line, the under 1 million, is not. It's sort of going sideways. Now, granted, you're going to have some statistical dynamics in there because as the overall market increases in value, you're going to have some that suddenly cross over that $1 million threshold and they get pushed into a new bucket, which is going to, again, you're now taking a sample size of a smaller priced bucket. So that's kind of what's happening there. But just zoom out and focus on trends. Luxury trends are going up. Under $1 million non-luxury trends right now, sideways, possibly even down.
Yeah, and that's the key trend right here. The green. Look at the green. Look at that. That is the luxury market. You can see that's what's making a move right over now. So, I mean, again, if you are in the lower end, or you're in the broader market, and this also applies to Manhattan. We're going to go check on Manhattan. We'll do this chart on Friday. So you tune in on Friday. We'll see what's going on. But if you are in the lower end and the high end is dragging you up, you can't just say, oh, let me just go tether myself to them and take me with you. That's the point of today's session, guys. Your sector, you got to stay with your sector. You got to look at your sector. And if you're not sure where you are, if you know you're not in the luxury sector, play it safe and look at that black, look at the overall. Look at the dotted line, and that overall is going to show you what's going on. But we did want to point out how the luxury sector is separating itself and it's doing its thing. And that's why this stuff is pressured higher. So thank you, Johnny, for bringing up all this charts. Very good stuff. That is John Walkup. I am Noah Rosenblatt. We are both from UrbanDigs. Don't forget, you guys got questions. We got answers. You can visit our forum right down here. If you want any of the reports we spoke about today, they'll be right over here. Other than that, this has been your Brooklyn Weekly Market Update. We'll catch you next time.